It's a great day. My name is Brenda Myers, and I am so excited to be here with you today. I am so excited to be part of this Comeback Champion Summit. It is going to be 5 amazing days of speakers and knowledge and nuggets and inspiration and motivation that's going to be shared with you, and I am so excited to be a part of it. Let me just start by telling you a little bit about myself before we get into all of the other information. Again, my name is Brenda Myers. I am CEO and founder of Journey Insurance Solutions. I am the author of Making the Decision to Purchase Life Insurance, which is an ebook that's available on Amazon and Kindle. I've been featured on Defining Moments with Larry Nix, and I've also been a part of the Working Woman Report with Women for Progress, which I am a member of. And my greatest accomplishment is I am the mother of twins, a boy and a girl. They are 29. I hope they don't get mad for me telling you their age, but they're 29. And I'm also the proud grandmother of 4 amazing grandkids. My story began in 2008, 2009 at the economic decline. I'm sure you all remember, when everything went haywire, the stock market crashed, and, it was just a really, really tough time for all of us. But I was working for one of the largest law firms in the state of Mississippi at that time, and there was a rumor going around that the law firm was going to lay off. Well, I was feeling secure because I worked for one of the partners, and I was like, well, I work for a partner, I feel like I was pretty important. But truth be told, when it comes down to saving money or keeping somebody that's, like good at their job or whatever, they're going to save money where they can. So that's where the downsizing and the layoffs came in. Well, my phone rang one day. I was sitting at my office and the phone rang, and it was Human Resources. So I was like, oh boy, like, here we go. I'm going to the Human Resources office to see what they're going to talk about. Of course, I already knew what it was going to be, but that was my pink slip defining moment. That was when I was sitting in the office and I was realizing that, okay, your life is about to change. Things are going to happen, differently from this point forward. So when she was giving me the, spiel about, you're such a great employee, you've done, a great job. You've been here for 8 years, but we're going to have to let you go. I found myself in a position where I wasn't really sad. I was like, okay, well, this door has closed. Now let's see what's behind door number 2. And so what I did was I got my severance money. I took a little time off before I started to look for another job. And I just enjoyed myself. But before I knew it, my money was gone. I had no job and I had no plan. So I had to quickly try to come up with a way to make money. But what I knew to be true was I did not want to work for anyone else. I had the entrepreneurial spirit inside of myself. My dad was an entrepreneur. He was always driven and motivated, and I saw that in myself. He had instilled those values in me. So I saw that layoff as an opportunity to do something different. And so that's what I did. I was talking to a friend of mine who was in the insurance industry, and he was making good money. He was doing a good job. He had, started in the insurance industry maybe a year or so before I did, and things were going really, really well for him. And so he mentioned to me that I might want to, think about doing insurance. Well, I did. So I went and got my insurance license, and I started working for one of the insurance companies around town. But that insurance company to me seemed to be more about making money as opposed to helping people. So it wasn't a good fit. So when I left that insurance company, I started my own company. I became an entrepreneur. So I was like so proud. I named my company after myself. It was Myers Insurance Group at that time. I felt like I was such a success. I had my company with my name on it. I had this grand ribbon cutting, and my daughter was at my ceremony, all my friends in the Chamber of Commerce. I felt like I had just made it. And I felt really, really good. But the question was posed to me that how can you start a business in the midst of an economic decline? Well, it was fate. you know, I had to just step out on faith and do it, because I knew if I didn't do it at that moment, you know, I was going to talk myself out of it, or I was going to go and work for someone, which is what I didn't want to do. So I started my company, I got my LLC, you know, I was doing the thing and everything was going well, but I wasn't at the point where I wanted to be. So I knew there was some growth that needed to happen. So, you know, I learned everything that I could about insurance. You know, I worked with a lot of the carriers to make sure that I had enough product to help a lot of people, because insurance is not custom to just one person. It is customized so it can help, you know, everybody. So you can customize it to, you know, be what you need it to be. And so I had to learn how to do all of that. But, you know, we can find ourselves sometimes drowning in the I don't know what to do pool. And once you get in that pool, it's kind of hard to come out of that pool. It's kind of hard to dig yourself out of it. Well, I don't know what to do, you know, or we develop the as soon as mentality. What do I mean by that? Well, as soon as means like as soon as my kids graduate high school, or as soon as, you know, I get a raise, or as soon as, you know, it stops raining, you know, just throwing it in there. But, you know, we have the as soon as mentality, which means I can't do this until this happens. Well, that's not what you want to do. You want to just take the bull by the horns and just go in and just say, you know what, I got this. I can do this. I'm going to take the first steps toward, you know, being the person that I want to be. I'm going to make a decision to, you know, root for me. You know, I'm going to root for myself. So, and that's what I did. I just, you know, I just took the bull by the horns and I just went out there and I just did it. So 10, 11 years later, here I am. You know, I've changed the name of my company from Myers Insurance Group to Journey Insurance Solutions, because, I mean, I did that because life is a journey. You know, you have peaks and valleys, highs and lows, you know, all of that is a part of your journey. And so I saw that as, you know, something that would be very, very plain and people could understand that, you know, Journey Insurance it's all about preparing you for life's journey. I mean, we have like over 150 carriers that we write with. You know, we have something from everybody, for everybody, like for the baby that's like, you know, 14 days old, all the way up to, I think we go up to like 80 years old, you know, 80 or 82, you can still get life insurance. So, but anyway, but that's what I did. So that, leaving that job, having that pink slip moment, it allowed me to go into a different direction, to start to wear the entrepreneur hat. And that's what I did. And, you know, imagination is everything. You have to see yourself in the position that you want to be. You know, if you can't imagine it, then it's not going to happen. You have to see yourself owning it. You have to own where you want to go. You have to own, you know, what you want to do. You know, and I'm saying that figuratively because, you know, owning a business is a great thing. But before you can own a business, you have to own the idea of having a business, right? So that's what you have to do. You have to just say, I can do this. You know, I got this. This is my vision. This is where I want to go. And if you can see it, if you can visualize it, then you can get there, you know? So I am coming up with or designing a masterclass that is going to have all of this information in it about insurance. It's going to be like a guide to financial planning. You know, it's going to show you how to manage money, how to make your money work for you. It's going to give you a budget. It's going to show you how to do your manage your cash flow, you know, savings accounts, all of those things. You know, and the most important thing is, you know, it's going to show you how to generate wealth inside of a life insurance policy that's going to leave a legacy for your kids. So they can get a jump start in life. You know, a lot of people don't realize that you can give your kids a start in life. You can give them a financial start. And it all starts with a life insurance policy. So that's something that we're going to talk about in the master class. We're going to talk about how to look at money in a different way. You know, what's your financial IQ? Do you know what your financial IQ is? That's very, very important. You have to know if you are okay with how money works. Do you understand how money works? So that's something that we're going to talk about in masterclass. We're going to build a plan and a solid foundation, give you a key financial structure, and how you can make a difference and a dollar. We're going to teach you how to do that, how to make a difference and a dollar. That's very, very important. A lot of people go out there and they just make money. Well, that's fine if you're making money, but are you helping people along the way? That's really, really important. That's one of the reasons why I changed the name of the company, to Journey Insurance, because, I want to help people on their financial journey. And another thing that I did is, like I mentioned earlier, I wrote a book. And the name of my book is Making the Decision to Purchase Life Insurance. Well, inside of this book, it has a lot of great information. It tells you about life insurance policies, the different types of life insurance policies, what you need, if you need whole life or term life, or, if you can afford it. There's a budget inside of the book. I mean, there's a lot of great information in that book. And it's going to be shared with you if you become a part of the master class. But I'll give you information on that stuff later. But here's what I know. I know that if one person can do it, so can you. Do you have an idea in your head? Do you have something that you're thinking about doing, and you're just not quite sure how to do it? You're not quite sure if it's going to work. Well, we don't know. The only way to know is to do it. The only way to know if you can do it is to do it. And then if that thing fails, then you do something else. If that thing doesn't work, that doesn't mean that, okay, well, I'm not meant to be an entrepreneur. No, that just means that thing didn't work. I mean, you can fail 1,000 times till you get to the one thing that works, right? And so you got to go through all of those things to get to where you're trying to be. So that's what we're going to talk about in the masterclass. It's going to teach you a lot of the tools and techniques that you're going to need to be able to, secure your financial future. And sometimes when people try to help you, it sometimes sets you back a little bit. What I mean by that is, like if you talk to someone and say, well, I'm thinking about doing this, I'm thinking about, opening a nail salon, or I'm thinking about, opening an insurance agency. Well, someone can say, well, you're so good at, doing hair. Why don't you open a hair salon? Well, what we hear from that is, I don't think you're good enough at opening, the thing that you wanted to do. They're giving their advice on what they think you could be better at. Don't let that deter you, because don't take it personal. People don't really mean to, offend you or hurt your feelings or whatever when they offer you their advice, solicited or unsolicited. You just got to take it for what it's worth. And like my mother used to say, take it with a grain of salt and, just keep going. And do your thing, because guess what? If you don't do it, then you'll never know, and then you'll have the regret that comes in, like, wow, I wish I had done this like 5 years ago. I wish I had, taken the chance to, start my own business, 10 years ago. Where would I be if I started 10 years ago? And even with me, when I did start my own business, my own insurance agency, I was excited about it, but, to be quite honest and quite transparent, I didn't work it as hard as I should have. So I found myself saying, if I had worked it harder back then, I would be further along, or would have been further along, 5 years ago. But I'm in a really great place now. The business is growing exponentially, everything is going well. But I did it because I made my mind up that I was going to do it. I imagined it, and I saw it, you can see the vision, write it down, make it plain, do whatever you have to do, to tell yourself, that you can do this. So, but anyway, you have to make the me decision. And sometimes it's so hard to make a me decision. I'm just saying, a lot of us got families, we got children, we have all these things, I'm lucky enough that my kids are grown, I don't have to make all of those decisions when it comes to going to kids schooling and all this stuff, what they're gonna have dinner and all that. I don't have to do that anymore, but a lot of us still have to do that. We still have to plan for doing everything for everybody else. But to make a me decision, it's really a hard thing to do. It really is, but you just have to do it. you know, especially if you're in a position where, you know, you're wanting to do something different. You know, you work the 9 to 5 forever, but now, you know, you want to just, you know, wear another hat. You know, you want to say, you know, I want to be an entrepreneur. So you just gotta step out on faith, and you gotta do it, but you gotta put in the work. You have to put in the work. It's not going to be easy, you know. Now, initially, when I started my business, I had my $50 and I got my LLC, and I was like, you know, I'm a business owner, you know, Myers Insurance Group, hey, but you know, that was like just the bottom of, you know, what you need to do to make a business successful. So, but I learned the hard way. You know, there were tears, there were, you know, disappointments, there was all of those things. But guess what? All that goes along with being an entrepreneur. All of that goes along with following your dream. You know, there are going to be bumps in the road or hiccups or whatever you want to call it. It's going to be that. But guess what? If you stay the course, and if you determine in your mind that this is what I want to do and nothing's going to stop me, then you can get to where you want to be. If I had known, you know, all these years ago that, you know, when I was in high school, you know, even in college, that I was going to be an entrepreneur or own my own business or be a motivational speaker or write a book, you know, who'd have thought that I would have done all of those things? But the older I got, my mind started to go toward those things. I was thinking, I'm going to write a book one day. I'm going to do this. I'm going to own my own business. And guess what? It has all come to fruition because I saw the vision. I wrote it down. I made it plain. I don't know how many of you guys do vision boards, but every year I do my vision board. And the great thing about a vision board is when you see your vision come to pass, it's like it's an amazing, amazing feeling. So, but anyway, I just want to thank you guys for listening. And this is what I want you guys to do. I challenge everybody within the sound of my voice to dig deep. If there's something that you want to do, if you have a dream that's inside of you, you know, and I know that right now with this corona thing and all of everything that's going on in the world, you know, sometimes it might seem, you know, just, it might be a little challenging. But guess what? This could actually be the opportunity where you can say, now is my time. You know, now is my time to do it. You know, God, I'm telling you, people say God has a sense of humor. You know, there's nothing humorous or funny about this corona thing. Don't get me wrong. But, you know, everybody's at home. So, you know, you're at home, you're sheltering in place, you're social distancing, you're doing all these things. So while you're at home, why not write your vision down? You know, why not do some research and find out, you know, what is it I need to do to start my own business? What is it going to cost me? You know, how do I get clients or whatever the case may be? You know, now is the time and it's the opportunity for you to do that. So again, my name is Brenda Myers. Again, I am, you know, an entrepreneur. And like I said, my story, it's just been all over the place, but now everything is coming together. And I want you guys to just look forward to the masterclass. You know, I have a masterclass that's coming up. There's going to be more information about the masterclass. And, you know, I want you guys to be a part of it because it's going to be a lot of knowledge and information that's going to be shared, that's going to be able to help, you know, everybody. It's going to help you. So, and we believe in, you know, I believe in female empowerment or just empowerment, period. You know, I want to encourage you to be your best self. You know, somebody encouraged me. You know, I had a mentor. I had someone to tell me, you know, you got it. You know, you have that thing. You know, you just got to believe in yourself. You just got to believe you can do it. And so if you believe in yourself and if you believe you can do it, then guess what? Others will believe you too. You know, and if I've heard someone say, people don't know, they don't care how much you know until they know how much you care, right? So I'm giving you this information because I care. And then once you realize that I care, then you want to know what I know, right? Right. So again, just, you know, continue to tune into the summit. You know, it's going to be 5 days of amazing speakers, amazing, you know, information that's going to be shared with everyone. And, you know, just take the information that you get from the summit and just apply it to your life. And I guarantee you, you know, you'll be glad you did. But just remember this, if one person can do it, so can I. Thank you for listening.